Alright guys, we are back with Noiramore Academy. Noiramore Academy, the demo should I say. I think I'm saying it right. Noiramore. 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 I hope I'm saying it correctly and I'm not butchering it. This is the demo. The demo was gifted or given to me. The product code, there we go, was given to me by Lurkit. Shout out to Lurkit. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm interested to see what this game holds and entails. I don't know much about the game. Like I said, most of these games I don't do any research on. I look at some thumbnails and be like, "Oh, this is interesting. I want to play it." And I'm here to give an honest review of it, like I always do. At least try to give an honest review on a game. Uh, Sometimes you never know because you be like, "Oh, this game sucks," and then later on, it's like, "Oh, yes, it's so good." Um, I don't know. I thought about that with Genshin. I was like, "This game sucked at the beginning," and then I ended up loving it, and then now I'm just like, But yes, we are back with this game, and we are gonna go ahead and start. First of all, the graphics look amazing. I love it. As you can see, it's a part of a Kickstart. I will provide the link in the chat because I am currently streaming and recording this at the same time for a video. But that link will take you directly to um, the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter has already been fully funded. However, you can still donate to the game to make it even more better. Uh, but let's go ahead and dive into the settings to see what they have. I usually leave this stuff alone. Audio, voice audio, this is good. The ambience we can turn down. I don't. We don't need the game to be blasting in our ears. Okay, and then visuals, textures, good, 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 good. Motion blur all the way off because I'm not a fan of motion blur. Those are good. Okay, anything else? Oh, why did you tear my shadows down? Okay, can I go back? Exit? There we go. Alright, we're gonna load. Let's dive right into it.
Noiramore Academy, one of
Noiramore, yep.
Drakenfly's most prestigious schools with over 500 years
Ooh,
of
cute.
storied history. The current headmaster, Julius Claiborne, is a former general who runs our school with military precision and discipline. Our wonderful planet of Noives is home to a great many talents in resonetic abilities. And Noiramore's
Resonetic.
teachers are uniquely qualified in instructing such essential subjects. But while we specialize in resonetic talents, our other subjects are not taught any less thoroughly, and every student is encouraged to explore their unique talents in our extracurricular programs. Noiramore Academy guides our students to commit to their studies, keep sound minds, maintain their manners, and most importantly, behave in a manner befitting the reputation of our beloved institution.
Extortion, Miss Hovern. Is that really what you're up to now?
I wouldn't call it extortion, sir. I simply told the cafeteria cook that I would keep the existence of his pet vermin on the down low if he provided me with an extra brownie or two at lunchtime. It was mutual exchange that neither of us had issues with.
Yes, Judith, that's extortion. Of course he had issues with it. Thank goodness I caught you in the act.
Well, why am I the one sitting here in this office when it's the cook who is keeping vermin pets?
I've already talked with Mr. Seabrook, Judith. It's dealt with. And more importantly, none of your business. What concerns me is you. Sneaking around at night, lying to teachers, extorting staff. This is a decidedly concerning trend. Don't you want to be a good example for your sister?
Indeed, it must be hard enough for her to be younger than her classmates.
For the next
Interesting.
month, you are not permitted to attend film club. Do you understand, Miss Hovern?
But sir, I won't be able to see any movies outside of that club.
Hence why it's a punishment. Miss Nunatak will check that you aren't seen there.
I'll make sure of it.
Judith, head back to class, please.
Good old Seabrook didn't rat me out, it seems. Brownies weren't the only things I asked him for. Apparently, one of his old classmates from back in the day was really into puzzles. He set up some kind of secret puzzle in the history classroom years ago, and Seabrook never figured it out. Let's see if I can.
Okay.
During the
cute?
Onyx War, various battles were fought in the Inked Wastes. Some were relegated to land, others underground in the caverns, and many on the Inked Sea. Our fiefdom, Drakkenspire, went head-to-head against the fiefdom of Northberg in a horrid conflict spanning 4 years. It irrevocably changed our fiefdom forever. Miss Cabrera, no drawing in class. Can anyone here tell me why the Onyx War was instigated? Miss Landerhoof?
Yes, ma'am. The Onyx War was started due to Northberg spies sabotaging our resonetic ring production process. Northberg took advantage of this to sell their own rings in order to gain the kingdom's favor.
A good summation, Miss Landerhoof.
Oh, where's her horn?
Can anyone else tell me why it was the Inked Wastes that were chosen as the fateful battleground?
The Inked Wastes is between the two fiefdoms. Plus, it was where we mined our ore for the rings.
Excellent, Mr. Strumps. Now, what is it about the Inked Wastes that make it a particularly terrible place to fight a war? Miss Aker?
Oh, yes, Miss Grimsby. Well, the Inked Waste is a nasty, nasty place, full of hard creatures that will gobble you up and suck out all of your blood. Oh, and of course you can't forget to mention the Surge, which will suck you down into its deep depths and fill your lungs with tar, its tendrils digging deep into your brain until...
That's quite
Well,
enough, Miss Aker.
What? That's detail.
Quite enough. Our unit
I like
this
her, though.
semester will be all about the Onyx War. Since it is the most recent major conflict in Drakkenspire's history, we will be studying it in depth. And speaking of which, you may have heard tell that a new science teacher will be joining us this year to replace Mr. Mason. His name is Mr. Bagshaw, and he actually worked in the Research and Development Division of the Drakkenspire Army. I'm sure he will have plenty to share with you that can enhance your education. Anyway, I am now giving you the rest of the period to work on the papers I assigned to you yesterday about the instigation of the war. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Dismissed.
The note Seabrook gave me says history classroom. Page number equals number of cave hounds times number of windows plus number of desks.
The history page number equals the number of cave hounds and the number of windows plus the number of students' deaths. Okay, I'm just writing it down. Quick. That way I can remember. Alright, there we go. Oh, exit. But there's a lot of textbooks here.
Guess I'll give the textbook shelf a look.
The right click to think about people. Okay.
That's Deacon Vespsha. He's good friends with Lydia, Gina, and I. His dad is a pastor in town, which means he's a bit too much of a moralist for my taste, but he's got a sharp tongue at times. He fixed up the old treehouse we use as a clubhouse.
Okay. Okay, textbooks.
These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I doubt any of these would work. I should ask the book sprites for help. Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Oh, 0.
That doesn't sound right.
Is it inventory? Okay. I just want to inspect, which is enter. How do? Oh, there's space. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Okay. What are cave hounds?
A Corvinstone crystal tree. They say that every king or queen is buried under one once they croak. I wonder if a royal is buried under this tree. The king of class clowns, perhaps. Nicholas Strumps and Becky Landerhoof. They and I aren't on the best of terms. Becky leads the school's historical reenactment club. She's a real stickler for accuracy, to an obnoxious degree. Nicholas is her boyfriend. He's a nerd about naval history and sea battles and the like. Becky hasn't talked to me in a while, probably because of what I did at the reenactment. But I only did it because she needed to be taken down a peg. She should have thought of it as a favor, really.
Oh. What did you do at the reenactment? Oh.
These are crystals, whose vibrations prevent anyone in the classroom from using telepathy. To prevent cheating, I gather. I heard that one time, an upperclassman secretly switched them out for fakes before a big test.
Okay. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me move this back. Yes, abandoned puzzle. I didn't know that it was a puzzle to begin with. What are... Would anybody know what cave...
A diorama of a typical crystal farm from 500 years ago. It's considered good, honest work. But if being honest means no money and a lack of indoor plumbing, I think I'll keep my tongue white with at least a few lies.
That was cute. Not a favor, yeah, Keen. Oh. I hope this class goes on for a while because I don't know what cave things are. Cave hounds, yeah. So number of desks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 30 student desks. Oh, what's this? Okay. So and how many windows? Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 plus 30 equals 43. So now I just need to figure out what cave hounds are.
A model of one of the submarines used in the war. They were gradually phased out after the monsters in the Inked Sea were mutated by psi bombs and destroyed subs on sight.
Maybe they wanted revenge. There's no voice acting for this? Okay. So I need to figure out what cave hounds are so we could, unless, is this a cave hound?
Statue of a cave hound.
There
Don't have
we go.
eyes,
I got
since
my
they
whip.
live in deep caves and hunt using echolocation. Additionally, they are very good boys.
Okay. So I only see one cave hound. Oh, two. So there's one in the mural. 1, 2. Do we see any other?
Gina Wendigan, resident drama kid. She was cast as a fluffbat in an upcoming school play and has been method acting for a month now. Her obsession got even worse when she read through the Warrior Bats books. She thinks they're actually accurate to fluffbat behavior, and now she's declared I'm part of her bat clan. Her antics can be weird, but she's a good friend. I've known her for a long time.
Oh.
That's Marisol Aker. She's a member of the Historical Reenactment Club. She insists that she's a secret heir to the throne, descended from a long-lost royal ancestor. She's also really into true crime and horror stories. Once, she was taken to the counselor for the amount of books she checked out on concerning subjects. Sol's never hurt anybody, though. She's a good kid.
Alright, Death Hound. Will this be considered a Death Hound? No. That's a rare Nika? A rare... child, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'm good. Alright. So, I'm assuming there's only 2. Oh, no, 3. 4. So there's 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Secrets can kill kiddos? Oh, wow. Okay, so there's only 4 cave hounds, I think.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for. That doesn't sound right.
No? Okay. So they say this demo takes about an hour and a half to complete. I'm gonna spend an hour and a half in this room. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe I'm missing something. What is this?
Lydia Cabrera. Artist and big-time sports fan. She mostly likes paint, but I've seen her make art pieces out of anything she can get her hands on. Both she and I don't get along with the teachers too well, but she has the advantage of being an artist. After all, it's hard to stay too mad at the girl who will draw the school holiday card designs for free. I've known her since last year.
Okay. She must not have an opinion on her other classmates. So I'm trying to see if anything...
Good old number 2.
Houndooms don't have wings. Oh, it's one of those things. It's reading a book. That's cute. No. Hold on. Anything on the desk? No. Alright. There's 1, 2, 3. 4.
These were all recently published. Seabrook's friend went to school before the war, so I should ask the...
I'm not I don't know, you can jump. Okay. Either I'm extremely blind or just blind. I don't know.
A knight's helm. Some helmets try to offer protection for the horn, but that ends up blocking waves needed for combat. Besides, most healthy horns have natural current barriers that work almost as well as armor anyway.
Okay.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Try 5.
That doesn't...
My bad, I didn't mean to pin the comment that Ken made. Yeah. Why? I must not be having good luck in games today. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, not only me. 1, 2, 3. Four. Four.
An old plate depicting Queen Clarentia. I
Hmm.
don't know why any royal would want food smeared all over an image of their face, though. Oh, come on, Judith. They're obviously decorative. Think.
I am thinking. Let's see. Trying to see if I see anything. Oh, I can't see anything from this angle. Two, three, four. Maybe it's not as quite as obvious as I think it is. Maybe I need to look at the floor. Hoof prints on the floor. Anything on the student? I think those are horses. I don't think they could be considered. Hmm. Maybe it's only. Is it one? Oh, they're hanging up there too. That's cute.
Before I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for.
Maybe they only mean physically? Also, the enter button is not working.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay, how about
Before
3?
I ask them, I should figure out what page number I'm looking for. That doesn't sound right.
So it's not 1, it's not 3, it's not 5. It's 1, 2, 3. Is this big thing considered a cave hound? No, that one has ears. This doesn't. You know what? I'm just gonna have to look it up. Because I do want to move on. And of course, I can't find the number looking it up either.
Before I...
6?
That doesn't sound right. Before I ask them...
7?
That doesn't sound right. Before I...
4?
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, I got a pencil. Oh. Oh! It says it's a... I didn't see the times. I thought... Child. Okay. I'm dumb. So 4 plus 13 plus 30. Wow. 4 times 13 plus 30.
Before I ask them, I should figure out...
82?
Bingo. Hello, little guy. I need to find
No,
a
no,
pre-war history textbook.
Don't judge me,
Maybe
y'all.
from around the 2190s? further ado... Huh, interesting. A battle that took place way before the Onyx War, but it still involved Drakenspire and Northburg.
Yeah, don't judge me, y'all. I did not see that times table. Okay.
This has got to be related to the textbook, but this scene shows a different battle. Though looking closer at the paint, it seems like this table has been used for years and was painted over whenever a new scene was needed. Platoon... company? Ugh. I don't know how many soldiers those are. Maybe I'll have to ask someone for help.
Talk to characters to get information about items that can be used as clues. Okay. There are 2 Northburgian towns far west. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, you can move these. Okay. There are company. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Lady Judith! Greetings!
Hello, Sol.
Might I ask if the film club will have the honor of your presence today? We are watching Murder in the Depths, a delightful horror reel that combines Fellmorian and Noivesan directing technique. Additionally, I heard tell that real skeletons were used to depict the bodies of the murder victims. Oh, please refrain from informing any school staff of this fact. I do not wish to get into detention again for my interests.
I'm sorry, I just got into trouble with the headmaster. Can't join in film club for a while.
Oh, really? I'm simply crestfallen to hear such a thing. I do hope you may join us soon. A new batch of my skull-shaped cookies will be awaiting your arrival.
Deathly delicious, as you always say.
Indeed, I do.
Oh. Why were you in detention?
You mentioned getting into detention at one point. What was that for?
Have I not told you of that incident? Ah, yes. This was from before we knew one another, I believe. In the library's radio room, I and several other students had met up to share our favorite radio shows. I turned the channel to my personal pick. As it went on, a few of the students seemed to become quite frightened. The librarian came in to check on us, and when he heard what we were listening to, well, he immediately took me to the headmaster's office. Unfortunately, I was banned from turning the channel ever again.
What exactly did you have them listen to?
A series detailing the stories of serial killers. A tad graphic, I must admit, but also rife with educational content.
What's going on with the reenactment club? Becky still won't talk to me.
Oh, are you planning on rejoining? Because, to be entirely honest, Lady Judith, I do not believe you will be allowed.
I'm just curious about what you're all up to.
I see. Well, our next grand reenactment is happening in a few days' time. It will be one of our biggest yet, covering the land and sea battle of Westlane on the 25th anniversary of the Onyx War's beginning.
Oh yeah, Grimsby mentioned that. And I think she said that non-club students are encouraged to join, since it's so big and educational or something. I know I can't become a club member, but I could probably help out a bit in this one, right?
Lady Judith, you know that I cannot approve you or not. You would have to talk with Becky. Have you apologized to her yet?
No. Why should I have to? She was the one who started everything.
Are you sure her slights against you were reality rather than simply perceived?
I know what I saw. I can read people.
Not all books are of the same language. Other languages exist, and one person cannot know all of them. As a person who holds precious friendships with the both of you, this continued feud hurts my heart. Pray, consider taking the first step to end it.
What are you reading there?
An autopsy report, that's all.
Autopsy? Of who?
Baroness Belladonna Lattimore, a death from 30 years ago that many would consider suspicious. I'm continuing my studies of famous deaths in order to increase my likelihood of becoming a forensic pathologist someday. That is my backup career plan, if my status as a true princess is never officially acknowledged anyway.
So you're trying to solve a cold case. Have you gotten any leads?
Some things I find unusual, yes, but nothing that hasn't been already noted by famous doctors. Besides, my specialty is in cadaver forensics. I'll need a detective's mind to piece together the entire mystery. Perhaps you might assist me in that sometime soon, Judith, since you're so good at mysteries and all.
That does sound like a good bit of fun. I'll keep that in mind.
Yay. All right.
Nightclaw Judith, I need your help.
With what?
Well, my wings are that of a warrior. They are strong and my claws are sharp. All good traits of a warrior bat. However, well, sometimes I can wield them a little clumsily. And, I ripped a small hole when I was swooping past this dress.
Oh, Gina, this dress is 500 years old.
I know! If Grimsby sees, I might get kicked out of the school. But I've built my roost here. I can't get kicked out. As a fellow member of the Nightclaw clan, I am formally asking for your assistance, Judith.
It looks like the dress uses a particular stitch here. I don't know how to copy it well enough to pass Grimsby's inspection.
Squeak, squeak, squeak! Oh, I'm sorry. That was a curse word in bat language. I need to watch my tongue.
I'll try to find someone who could help. This sounds like something Becky would know.
Thanks, Nightclaw Judith. You are a valuable member of the clan. Nightclaw Judith, how might I assist?
Oops, I didn't mean to click on again. Alright. Come on. Still trying to get used to my keyboard here. There we
Becky,
go.
Nicholas,
What do you want?
nothing. Can't a friend just greet a friend without coming across as needy?
Huh, friend. Right. Leave us alone.
Nicholas, I need to talk to Becky.
Why should she help you with anything?
I don't need help. This is Virginia, not me. She accidentally tore a hole in the dress over there, and I'm gonna stitch it for her, but I don't know how to do those fancy old ones. Again, this isn't me, it's Virginia. You know she's too shy to ask people outside her clan.
Yeah, that's true. Becky?
For Gina, here. I studied that dress a while ago. What seam was torn?
Looked like the part with the lace at the bottom.
Easy enough fix as long as the lace wasn't too frayed. Use the stitch in this book on page 27. Give Gina my regards.
Giving items. Go into your inventory to use the scroll wheel to select an item. With the item you selected, use interaction to use the item with something to give somebody. Okay. Ooh. I have to say, okay, come on. So I need this to give to somebody else, so there's a trading system.
Nightclaw Judith, how might I assist?
Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, yes, yes. I just added a hammock to sleep from. It's not traditional to my people, since they hang from the ceiling with their feet, but it is very comfortable, and it's hanging off the ground to keep me safe from predators.
Oh, that's right. She needed a hammock because she almost broke her horn when she tried to sleep while hanging from the rafters.
A question for you, Nightclaw Judith. I saw you've added a poster of a Psyquine man to your roost. Is this because you find him, what's the word in your language? Cute?
Gina, come on. That's just a poster for a detective holoreel. I'm not ready to like boys yet. I'm only 13. Added anything neat to your roost lately?
Oh, I just...
Gina, I'm not... The play's next week, right? What's going to happen to your fluffbat persona once the play is over?
I am a true bet at heart. I don't know what you mean by persona.
In another play she was cast as a janitor, and she cleaned the whole cafeteria. And when she was cast as a tree, she stayed outside and photosynthesized for hours.
Oh, wow.
She's completely dedicated to the bit. So, have you finished...
Thrice over.
What? Aren't there like 50 books in the series?
It's important for me to know every detail for my fluffbat cultural studies.
Gina, you do know those aren't accurate to real fluffbats, right?
Wow.
It's a fantasy fiction series.
Have you read them? Have you studied anything about fluffbat behavior or history?
Well, no.
Then don't tell me what I do or do not know about my own species. Thank you.
Child. I thought I was supposed to...
Judith, hey, have you finished the paper yet?
Naturally.
Ha! Well, I'm just a tad worried about getting it done on time. Especially because I'm just not getting it. Mrs. Grimsby's teaching style is, well...
Atrocious?
I was going to choose a kinder word, like peculiar?
That's the meanest thing I've ever heard coming out of your mouth.
Well, it's hard for her to teach about a war when she gets queasy over just mentioning death or blood. She's definitely skipping out on some important stuff. Can you summarise the cause of the war a bit more clearly for me?
All right. Don't tell me I never did anything for you. The fiefdoms of Northburg and Drakenspire have been at odds for hundreds of years, ever since they were first established by brothers with bad blood between them. Our fiefdom of Drakenspire was known for the production of excellent resonetic augmentation rings. This was due to the high-quality ore mined from our territory in the Inked Wastes. These rings rose our standing with the king, drawing the jealousy of Northburg. 25 years ago, however, many rings were found to be dangerously faulty, to the point that some who used them lost their resonetic talents altogether.
Oh, wow.
A misinformation campaign was launched that said it was due to Baron Leoric of Drakenspire pursuing cheaper mining in areas with ore tainted by the Surge. Royal investigations were launched. In the meantime, Baron Neirath of Northburg offered to sell his own rings and provide medical assistance to the affected fiefdoms. The king began to favour Neirath and granted him the rights to mine in the Inked Wastes. Soon, however, the king's spies revealed the truth. A double agent, supposedly working for Drakenspire, had manipulated documents to direct miners to the tainted areas, making it look like Baron Leoric had ordered it. Once the truth was revealed, tensions between the fiefdoms skyrocketed. Leoric, furious, mobilized his troops and marched upon the Inked Wastes, intent on taking his mines back. Neirath sent out troops in response, declaring that he still had legal rights to the land. A battle began. The initial conflict was very bloody, very quickly, since Drakenspire's citizenry were incensed at Neirath's actions. The fervour of combat led to some of the Northburg miners to be killed in the fray. Since they were civilians, Northburg's soldiers fought back with a similar anger. Meanwhile, the king was mad with Leoric for engaging Neirath, since the investigation was not closed, and he'd bypassed royal authority by sending out troops. As such, the king did not take sides, leading the fiefdoms to engage in combat exclusively with the other, as other fiefdoms were not permitted to become involved. The war lasted for 4 years and was fought almost entirely in the Inked Wastes. The area was already known for its strange, twisted evils, horrid beasts and the infection of the Surge on the land. Brutal bloodshed and new types of resonetic weaponry only twisted the place further. One can only be glad we were born after it was all over, eh?
Huh. I think I'm getting it a bit more now. Thanks, Judith.
No problem.
You mentioned resonetic weapons affecting the land. Did those help or hurt the Surge? Oh, and what happened to Lord Neirath after the war?
This whole unit is going to be about the war. You'll learn that stuff soon enough. And if you don't get it, I'll drill it into your skull, knucklehead.
Ha ha. Thanks.
Oh, I missed the
Judith?
treehouse.
Any plans for the treehouse?
Yeah, I've got a few sketches I'm working on. I don't know how I'm going to get enough wood or nails to finish my plans, though.
We could take apart the door on Glitter's stable. Or we could dig up her grave and use the coffin. She's an animal made out of stone. She doesn't really need a coffin anyway.
Judith.
All right. If I come across any, I'll make sure not to tell you where I sourced it from.
Okay.
Hi, Jay. What's the damage?
Banned from film club for a while.
Bummer. We just got a copy of Murder in the Depths, too.
You did?
Yep. Hopefully they won't return it to town before you see it.
Almost makes me regret being such a delinquent. What are you doing?
Carbon shock. Wanna help me?
Why would I do that?
I want to make a whole set of carved chalk to give to David below me on the lake ball team. I think he'd, think it's neat or something.
Lydia, David is like 4 years older than you.
Which won't be a problem when he's a famous lake ball star in his mid-20s. Might as well make sure he knows my name before he gets famous and all. So, are you gonna help me or not? I'd do it myself, but he's leaving for a game in a few hours, and I want to give it to him before then.
I don't really want to get my gloves dirty. Can you give me a lunch token in exchange?
Ugh, sure. Come on.
Fine.
Fine.
Great, here's the knife. Just try to match the 3 I've already made, okay? Chip off the sides.
Oh my goodness. What am I... Oh my god. Well, that was bad. Oh, I can... Okay, I can redo it. Come on. Okay, this is a little like it's like snapping into place. Okay. Really? Okay, let's try this again. God damn it. Well, there. I don't want to... Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. this should be enough for this video. So far, I don't know. This was cool. I like the graphics. The puzzle seems interesting. It's a lot of nitpicking. I do not like some of the puzzles where, like I just did, the whole chiseling and everything. This is just the first 10 minutes of the demo. Obviously, if I would have saw that this was maybe a little bit darker or bigger, which I just make it bigger. So obviously, if I read up here, there'd be zoom. So this is my fault. But overall, it's more not my type of game. I never really liked the Noir style of games. I never got into, what was it called, LA Noir, any of that. But overall, it's a pretty cool game. If the pacing was a little bit faster, and the storyline was a little bit more thicker, maybe I would like it more. I'm not sure if I would play this when it comes out. But needless to say, I screenshot was taken. Okay, cool. And this is the pre-alpha build, so it's not final. I do like the pops of color. I would like to wish that they would actually have pointed out saying, hey, that's a Doom Hound, you know, stuff like this. Overall, I would give this game probably a 5. Well, no, that's not being fair because I'm putting more into my own personal. It's very well crafted, so I'll say a 7 out of 10 for now. If I decide to play it, I'll bring it back. If not, then in all honesty, I kind of find it boring. And yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. I like point and click games. I do. But it's just like, okay, first of all, why do I have to find out what what words mean in order to do this puzzle? Like, I don't like word problems. Like, that bothers me, because then it thinks of math, and I'm like, okay, 3 is 4. Like, this whole game screams math. And that started off with, if I can find the key, this. Like, I had to find this number times this number plus this. I don't want to do math. I want to play a game. I want to have fun. Now, if it was back in the day with the classics, like the 1 + 1 = 2, you know, like the little Purple Palace, was it called? Or Izzy's Great Adventure. I don't know if you remember. There was this little blue mascot named Izzy, and he would travel the world. And one of his, the game was called Izzy's Great Adventure, I think. And you had to go find him. Oh, speaking of finding people, Carmen Sandiego. Like, those games are fun and educational, but please don't add math. With that being said, this video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it more than I did, because I found it boring, to be honest.